All right, we're back. It is the Beast on, and what is the Beast on today? The Beast is on Miami Hurricanes accepting a bid to go play in the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl. I don't know what Walk-Ons is. I thought they were college athletes that didn't have scholarships, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to Shreveport! Yeah! No. Going to Shreveport? Or is it, we're going to Shreveport? Oh, Shreveport. I've been to Shreveport. Remember back in the day, it was the big Brock Berlin homecoming game, because Brock Berlin's from Shreveport, Louisiana. Shout out Brock Berlin. Still love you, bud. Miami went back to Shreveport, played a game in Independence Stadium against Louisiana Tech. Brock Berlin with the big homecoming. The night before was great. I took a tour of Greater Shreveport, went to the casino, had some pizza. May or may not have hung out with the cheerleaders and mascot in a van. I don't know what was going on, but it was a great night in Shreveport, and I'm glad it was only one. And I'm pretty sure I'm glad I'm not going back. But hey, make your reservations now to go see the University of Miami play Conference USA juggernauts Louisiana Tech in the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl. Yeah. So let's get into this. Miami's going to play, and I'm not ready to break down the game yet. I will tell you that despite the fact that Louisiana Tech has one of the worst, weakest schedules in the country just by being in Conference USA, they put up points. They have a good quarterback. He's only thrown 4 interceptions. They have a decent running back. And Skip Holtz, has been there for a couple of years and, does whatever he does at Louisiana Tech. We're not ready to break down the game yet. But let's just talk for a second, fans, about what does Miami going to the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl say about your brand? And I'm going to tell you, it's not a ringing endorsement for your brand. That, from what I hear, don't know if this is true or not. Feel free to @ Miami Radio Beast on the social media if I'm wrong. That Miami being chosen for the exciting opportunity of going to Shreveport on the day after Christmas, no less, to go play Louisiana Tech in their home state at the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl. Miami was basically one of the last pick, if not the last pick in the ACC to be chosen for a bowl game. That's what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong. Belk Bowl didn't want you. Whatever. Name all the bowls. They didn't want you. The one that did was in Shreveport. What does it say about University of Miami brand that you're not playing a Power 5 team? You're in a bowl game that's being played at 4 p.m. in the day after Christmas. And you're basically playing in the opponent's home state. Louisiana Tech has played games at Independence Stadium before, so it's not like it's foreign to them. It's very humbling, I would say, if you're the University of Miami. Because this is not what the University of Miami brand is about. At least the last few years, you may have played in subpar, or not New Year's 6 bowl games, but at least you played Wisconsin. You played a big team, and that's a game that means something. Miami, Wisconsin, that has some oomph. Miami, Louisiana Tech, that's like it's on the corner TV at a bar while like the good game's on, and you're like during the commercial breaks of the good game, you're like sneaking. Oh, the score. Okay, and then you're back over here, and hey, can I have a refill, please? Thanks. Just straight vodka because I can't handle what's going on over there. I think this really brings. I had a complete meltdown after the Miami FIU game. If you haven't watched that video yet, you really should. You can scroll down or up or however, I don't know where I am on your screen to get to that video. But I talked a lot about where the University of Miami football program is, and this is where you are. This is the crossroads. This is the time. This is the point. This is the place where you're going to play a Conference USA team which, no offense to Conference USA, and Miami did lose to FIU, which is from Conference USA. So nothing against it, but not a Power 5 conference, not a big-name team, in a bowl game that is certainly not a big-name bowl game, in a time slot that's not a big time slot, on a day that's not a big day to be playing a bowl game. So basically, you're there just because you have to be. Now, part of me thought about, was outside earlier. I don't know why I pointed outside. I could just tell you I was outside. I was outside, and I was just thinking, like, do I come on here and say Miami should have not accepted the bowl bid? Like, hey, we're too good. We're going to hold our nose up. We're too good for the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl. We are the University of Miami, the School of 5 championships, the decade of dominance. All of the NFL players, we should not play in your bowl game. I thought about saying that, but then I decided, you know what? It's better that we go through this together. Yeah, let's just breathe in the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl. Just breathe it all in. All of that Shreveport air. By the way, did you know, like, a ton of the seafood in this country comes through Shreveport? Big port. Anywho. Yeah, I think you should embrace the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl. No, I'm not crazy. Well, I might be crazy, but you understand. I think you should embrace this because this is what grounds you. This is what gets you to understanding where the University of Miami is in the scheme of things. And that's not a good place. Louisiana Tech's trying to win their sixth bowl game in a row. Miami's just trying to win a bowl game. Yay. So, I don't know what that says. But I know this. Again, the University of Miami, at a very high level, above Manny Diaz, above Blake James, somewhere around Julio Frank and maybe above him to the Board of Trustees. If you care at all about this football program, you need to soak in freaking Shreveport and playing against Louisiana Tech at 4 p.m. on the day after Christmas in the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl. You need to just soak that in because that's where you are right now. And that's not where me as an alum or the UM fans want to be. Now, I understand that things happen, but we've pretty much been heading towards this point since about 2004 or 5, and here we are. We are here. And I think this will be a great experience for everybody to look at where we are. I'm going to pretend I'm in the lovely city of Shreveport. I had a great slice of pizza there at midnight one night. And just look around Shreveport. Look around Independence Stadium. I'm sure it'll be packed on the day after Christmas, 4 p.m. Game against Louisiana Tech. I'm sure it'll be just packed to the gills. Just look around and say, this is where we are. Do we like it? No. What's it going to take not to be here? And the thing is, yes, I think the University of Miami needs a new offensive coordinator. No, I'm not ready to fire Manny Diaz yet because that's not the thing. Yes, there's things that need to change about the program, and I went through them in that video I did, again, after the FIU game. But this is where if you work at the University of Miami, or I should say serve the University of Miami as its president, for instance, or on the Board of Trustees, you need to say to yourself, what can I do, what can we do to make sure this football program that was once known as a powerhouse, and whereas the mere sight of the University of Miami pulling up to your stadium brought fear to the opponent, where the mere sight of the fans in the Orange Bowl going out of their minds as the other team ran out of the field basically meant a loss. Remember, Miami did win 58 games in a row at home. And by the way, here's a little fact nugget for you while we're doing a video. Go check the attendance of that 58th win. Miami against Georgia Southern in 1994. Go check the attendance of that game. Because I'm going to bet you it ends in 058. However many thousands of people, 74,000, whatever it was. I bet you the attendance ends in 058. How did they get the attendance to end in 58 on the occasion of the 58th home win, setting a record for home wins for a school? How did that happen? Oh, Paul D. Remember our athletic director, Paul D. May he rest in peace. In retro, people used to kill Paul D. He cared about football. If you want to know someone that cared about football, and he was at my wedding. Humble brag. Paul D. Changed the attendance so it would end in 058 that day. But that's between you and me. No one has to really know that. Okay. So, we're on Twitter every day. We're on Facebook. We're all over the place. We're at the local bar. We're arguing with each other as Canes fans as what needs to change with this program. But we're doing it on a very micro level, right? Offensive coordinator, schemes, recruiting, coaches, all that stuff. I'm talking about the macro level of the University of Miami football. My former co-host, Leroy Horde, two-time Rose Bowl MVP, and two-time Pro Bowler, former Michigan running back, former Browns, Vikings running back. You can hear him every morning with my good pal, Brendan Tobin, and my other good pal, Robbie Cambo, on the station I used to work at and the show I used to be on from 6 to 10 a.m. I miss you guys. I really do. That's the one thing. I really do miss those guys. But Leroy, once called Miami the pinky toe of college football. And at the time, I lost it. And I was upset about it. But it looks like he's right. Now, Miami has a chance to be much better than the pinky toe of college football. But it's going to take forces way above that of Dan Enos to make that decision. We can't just rest on the money from Adidas and the money from the ACC and say, this is good enough, we're making enough money, this is all we need to support our program. We can't just rest with an indoor practice facility, and we can't just rest with a cool environment at the stadium. It is time to, like I said, suck it all in, smell it all in, breathe it all in, Shreveport, and realize where you are. And where you are is not where you want to be. And where you want to be is far from where you are. And in order to get there, it's going to take a lot of work. And I don't see that work happening. Yeah, we can go out and have a great recruiting class. We can go get a new offensive coordinator. But in the end, we've been doing that on and off for 15 years. And we're back in Shreveport. That's where we are. So time to step it up a little bit, do something else, look at it from a different angle. So on that note, I leave you with this. I did take yesterday off with making videos. I'm going to try not to take days off, but I needed a day to do stuff. There was coaching soccer. There's all sorts of stuff going on. I'm going to give you more content, and it's not just going to be about the U. If you're not a Canes fan, I'm going to give you whatever is going on, not only in the world of sports, but just in the world, or whatever's on my mind. At least once a day, hopefully more. Once we get a huge subscriber base, and that's really the goal, we'll kind of tighten it up a little bit. We'll get the format better. We'll get the background better. We'll get everything we need to do to make sure the Beast On gets you going when you need to get going, whenever that is. But do me a favor. The best thing you can do to help independent media, because a lot of people keep asking me, hey, so you're going to go, over to a radio station over here or over there, you're going to move up there, you're going to take this job. No, the plan is not to work for corporate media again. Now, I may get a great offer that I can't turn down, so I'm not completely against it. Like, someone from the Entercom sales department viewed my LinkedIn profile, and if my old people at the Entercom want to hire me to do sales, one, I'll make a hell of a lot more money than I was doing the 3 jobs that I was doing, and 2, I'm not against it. I just would rather have my own thing, or have a thing with people I want to work with. That's not a big corporation that one day is going to bring me into an office and tell me I've been eliminated. So I'm trying to do this from an organic perspective. If you wanna help, the best thing you can do is subscribe to this YouTube page. You can hit the bell so that it pops up a notification when I make a new video. And the other big thing is just share it, man. Just tell your friends. Just retweet it when I tweet it. Just share it on Facebook when I send it out. Just share the link. Get people watching. I love the comments. I respond to the comments. Let's get a little back and forth going in the comments, right? Let's just make it one big, happy, festive, entertaining party on the Beast On channel. And then we've got more to come after that. And I've got big ideas and big things and hot takes and all of that stuff. That's all still to come. So subscribe to the channel, which means you have to have a YouTube account. It's very easy to create. If you have a Gmail account, boom, it's right there. You hit the bell and you subscribe, share it. And then the other thing is I do have a Patreon page. We got some good Patreon love when we first started. We haven't gotten it since. Go check out the Patreon page. It's a way to help. It's a way to invest, if you will, in what we're trying to do. It's patreon.com/BrianTheBeastLondon. So do that as well. All right. That'll do it for me on the Beast On. Who knows what the Beast On will be tomorrow? I'm sure something will happen in the world of sports. For now, I am the Beast. I'll see you when I see it. Peace.